Welcome to another bonus edition of Upon Further Review.
Upon further review,
And in this edition, we'll be going over the San Francisco 49ers at the Dallas Cowboys. This game will be played September 7th at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can catch that on Fox. This is a game that the nation will be watching. It's one of two games being played at 4 o'clock as the second half of the Week 1 kicks off. So in this game, a lot of people are picking the Niners, but not me. I'm taking the Cowboys, and here's why. See, it seems that a lot of people forget that Tony Romo is actually a really good quarterback, especially in the first 3 months of the season. It's just in the fourth month in December where he runs into issues, and the Cowboys fold like Kenny Rogers holding 7-2 off-suited with the face card flop in Texas Hold'em. But here in this game, they're going to be facing off against the Niners, who were one of the top defenses last year. They were in the NFC Championship game, just one game away from going to the Super Bowl for second straight year. It's their third straight year in the NFC Championship game. So it's very impressive, the Niners run. But this year, their defense has been decimated with injuries and off-field issues. So they're really a shadow of their former self, and they're going to have to rely heavily on their offense if they're going to stand any kind of chance in this game or in this season. And as good as Colin Kaepernick is with his legs, there's still question marks about his arm and his accuracy, if he can win games with that arm. He's set records with his legs, as he's one of the most prolific rushing quarterbacks in playoff history in his short career, as he was just racking up big numbers on the ground. And if San Francisco, with the running attack that they have, that's going to keep them in the game, but you can only run so far. And Dallas is going to put up a lot of points, and they're going to put those up through the air. With Tony Romo, I expect to see him throw for over 300 yards. Des Bryant should have a big game, as Jason Witten should also contribute. And don't forget about DeMarco Murray. So the Niners really aren't going to be able to stop this Cowboy offense, and this should be a high-scoring game. And it's going to be really a question is if the Niners can keep pace with the Cowboys and match them point for point. At the end of the day, I just don't think that the Niners will be able to keep up with them, and I think the Cowboys are going to win. The headlines will be, oh, a shocker in Dallas, oh, wow, the Cowboys, and then everybody will be singing the praises of Tony Romo. That's what, I've come to expect in the early season in the NFL year in, year out. The Cowboys start strong. Romo is everyone's darling. Everyone forgets about the past Decembers, and they're just like, oh yeah, Tony Romo, Tony Romo. And then December comes, and then everybody forgets about the first 3 months of the season, and then all of a sudden, everybody piles on him as if he's the worst. Well, he's not the best, he's not the worst, he's somewhere in between, and really, it's getting to the point in his career where he's got to really solidify his legacy with some playoff wins and a deep run into the playoffs and possibly a Super Bowl appearance. I don't think the Cowboys are doing that this year. Of course, anything's possible, and we shall see. But I do think the Cowboys are going to win this game, and they definitely have a very good chance to compete in the NFC East. The East is a wide-open division. Any team in the East can win it. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Eagles, the Giants, the Redskins, or the Cowboys take that division. So it's wide open, especially in this young season. It's week 1, so everything's going to be played out on the field, and we'll see over the next 8 weeks how things shape up as we get a clearer picture of how things are going to go for the season. But right now, I think the Cowboys win this game, and they get off to a quick start here in 2014. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed the show.